All right, so Detty December is very much in the air. So lots in terms of people migrating to Lagos. Earlier on, I was just expressing the fact that Lagos is the epicenter of Christmas, especially now in Nigeria. Virtually everybody is migrating towards Lagos. Those coming in from the diaspora are coming to Lagos. Those coming from other parts of Nigeria are also converging in Lagos for nothing unusual other than they want to have some good time during December. But as you do that, there's an agency that is making us to realize and giving us some kind of caution to say, please be aware of the services and the products that you are going to be, buying. So let's talk about that this morning. We're looking at Detty December in Lagos, the consumer rights dimension. And joining me in the studios, I have Mr. Afolabi Solebo, who is the general manager of the Lagos State Consumer Protection Agency, LASCOPA. Nice to have you back in the building. Good morning, sir.
Yes, good morning. Thanks for having me.
Compliment of the season.
Yeah, I wish you the same.
All right, so I know that some days ago, you are giving some kind of alert just to say, look, as we celebrate Christmas, people should be very much conscious. Talk to me. Why are you coming up with that alert?
Yes, thank you very much. We are all aware that during the end of the year, particularly this December, a lot of unscrupulous elements in our midst always come up with all forms of unscrupulous strict practices.
Okay.
So that is why we issued that statement. This is based on our earlier observations when people actually bring out their expired products or standard product so that they can make quick sales. And also where people take advantage of people coming into this country or from other parts of the state to exploit them.
Right.
When it comes to the issue of maybe accommodation, maybe we talk about hotels and shortlets.
Yes. So reservations, right?
Yes.
And I'm saying that already, Mr. Solebo, because even some days ago, I saw something even as high as £9,000 for 2 weeks. Where is that in Lagos? Have you had that kind of alert too? Have you heard of that?
We have not. That is why we keep saying that in as much as consumers do have rights, they also have responsibilities. And part of the responsibility is by voicing out. When you see something that is abnormal, that some people want to talk to normal or outrageous, you should not suffer in silence.
Okay.
You voice out, and there's an agency in Lagos State saddled with that responsibility of protecting you.
But is there anything that you guys can do about that? Because some would say it's due to demand.
Yeah, well, that is a price gouging, and unfortunately, that is not within the purview of the Lagos State Consumer Protection Agency.
All right.
Yeah, it's so. But in situation like that, that is why it is also one of the responsibility of the consumer to make personal decision.
Okay.
On what you want to buy or services you seek to be rendered, and if you are comfortable with that, no issues. But what we are saying is that the services must be to the satisfaction of the consumer.
So let's look at that now. For instance, if it's going to be a reservation for any of those, hotels, or perhaps what do they call them now? The Airbnb. Apartments. So what are the kind of conditions that one should be looking at? I mean, if I'm going to go there, for instance, and maybe on a particular day there is no light, is that supposed to be part of what I should be looking at?
Yeah, that should be part of what you should be looking at. But the most important thing is that a consumer must get value for money and satisfaction. What is presented to you should be what you should get. Definitely, if you are paying so much for an apartment, Airbnb or hotels, there should be 24 hours
power
supply, except you're being informed earlier before then that there won't be power supply, and you actually accepted. But we are mostly concerned about when there's a breach of that right as of a consumer. That is when you want to seek redress. That is when you can ask for a refund of your money.
Right. So what kind of breach are we talking about here?
Yeah, we're talking
if we're talking about this kind of service apartments.
You're talking about what was displayed to me,
okay,
and what we agreed on should be what I should meet on ground. Anything contrary to that, you have a right to either ask for a refund or ask them to do the needful, and peradventure you may relocate to another place.
Okay, so that's something that one should consider.
Definitely, and we are also ensuring that Lagosians don't just lose their money because of this unscrupulous trade practices.
Let's talk about counterfeit products now, because that is likely going to be the order of the day. So what should consumers look out for in terms of these products?
Yes, definitely consumers should look out for the product information on any product they're buying. Also, though there are differences between expired products and best before, but we are just saying that consumer, when you notice anything, when you peradventure it is even particularly the information on that product, you watch out for the date it was manufactured, you watch out for the expiry date, and also if it has a NAFDAC number. So those are the information that we believe that a consumer should look out for. And also we'll talk about substandard product that has to be put to test. But if a consumer is complaining about a particular product, you bring it to the attention of the Lagos State Consumer Protection Agency.
And what are the kind of things that people can bring to your attention?
There are different categories of breach of rights of a consumer in Lagos. You want to talk about electricity, you talk about airlines, maybe local and international. As I'm
you mean
here,
it for airlines too?
Yes, as I'm here now, by 12 o'clock, there's a very popular airline, international airline, that will be visiting LASCOPA at 12 noon.
Wow!
And you want to talk about buying products that you are not satisfied with. You talk about electricity. You talk about banking on necessary charges that you can bring to our attention. So there's different categories of consumer breaches that you can bring to the attention of LASCOPA. And when you talk about non-refund, we're telling the Lagosians and consumers in Lagos State that there's nothing like no refund policy.
Okay, so there's nothing like that.
There's nothing like no refund policy. If between the year that LASCOPA has been on ground till date, we recovered over 40 million naira on the issue of no refund policy. That is, you should understand, and as a consumer know, there's nothing like no refund policy, though there are some other should I put it,
there's some other
things attached to it, even if there's going to be a refund.
Okay,
it has to be reasonable.
Right.
Yes.
All right. So let's talk about electricity, for instance. Now, electricity, you guys make interventions, right?
Yes.
So what are the kind of breaches? What are the kind of things that would show that a consumer's right has been breached that could warrant them bringing that to LASCOPA?
Yeah, thank you very much. Sincerely, the two discos in Lagos State do have pallies with consumers in Lagos State, and as I speak to you, by 10 a.m., the Ikeja Electric will be in our office with their staff, and a lot of people are already waiting that their complaints have been taken before now. Okay. And they will be addressed in that pally, which is always being streamed live. And we expect that if we as an agency, we have recovered for consumers in Lagos State as regards the breach of their rights in electricity, we recovered over 156,249 naira as credit adjustment for Lagosians when it comes to the issue of Ikeja Disco and Eko Disco, which sits every last Wednesday of the month. We've recovered over 30 million naira. Wow. It goes to show that not only are we doing what is expected of us, but the discos too are coming to attend to issues like metering. We'll talk about estimated billings and any form of other breaches that we need proof. But eventually, they even to saying that the consumer have tapped their electricity. We want proof to that, and if that is found out, that is, the consumer will have to bear that. But if there's no evidence to that effect, then we will be asking for the person to be connected. Right. And just like we tell other people that, and they know that nobody has a right to just disconnect you without engaging. Okay. Yes, we've actually made that. And most times we ask the discos to connect immediately pending the time we we judge.
All right. So it is very good that is working in electricity. What about other areas? I mean, let's talk about subscriptions, for instance, TV subscriptions and the likes. Do you guys bring interventions in that area?
Yes, we do. We do, and in most cases, we do invite parties. Because in the law that established the agency talk about sitting down, mediating before we actually take steps to bring about the issue if the rights of a consumer has been breached or not. So in situation like that, we bring parties together, we listen to them. If there's a breach of consumer rights, we'll right the wrong and ensure that the consumers do get value for money. Like I said earlier in the issue of transportation too, the agency do interfere, ensure that consumers do get value for money, like I said.
For transportation.
And if we...
In what areas, please?
Yeah,
let's look at that.
We'll talk about road transportation and airlines.
Okay.
The agency to date have recovered 40,196,000 and 10,000 US dollars from local and international airlines for consumers.
Wow.
And this cuts across non-flying, loss of luggages and every other thing that has to do with airlines and road transportation.
So you bring interventions, you mediate by going to those airlines?
We sometimes we invite them, they come, like Air France KLM, we visited them when they did not come, and now today by 12 noon they will be in our office.
Wow.
Because there are some issues that they have to resolve.
This is very big. So it means consumers in Lagos can go to sleep knowing that there's an agency that fights for their rights.
Yeah,
that's what it means.
Because that is what we are saddled, the responsibilities we are saddled with to protect them against any form of exploitation, unscrupulous trade practices.
Right. Let's talk about product buying during this season, because this is the festive season and people will be making lots of orderings and all of that, a lot of orders and the like. So electronics, for instance, when people buy them, what is the standard operating procedure? What should they do? And if they find that there's any fault, how should they handle it?
Yeah, thank you very much. On the issue of electronics, and this is not limited to television, air condition, freezer, and it even includes phones. And I'll talk about that phone issue. But the most important thing is that you're buying a product, ensure that you get a receipt for that product.
Okay.
And definitely in the receipt, the product must have warranty. So if within that warranty period, or immediately after you bought the product and you discover that it's giving you issue, the first thing to do is to report to the seller of the product.
Okay.
And if you're not listening to you, then you come to LASCOPA. We have recovered from electronics 39,223,000 naira for consumers in Lagos State. Just yesterday, if you check our social media handles, somebody actually came on board because the person was at LASCOPA and I think the person bought a Bold 4 phone, and it was giving issues. The company actually not only repaired the phone, it was compensated with a Fold 6.
Wow.
Fold 7 phone.
Wow.
And this goes to show that not only do manufacturers of these products or the marketers or business owners do know that there's consumer rights, they know that consumers do have rights.
Right. And
where their rights is being infringed upon, they must either get a repair, a replacement, or a refund. And peradventure, looking at the what led to the breaches, the person might even get a compensation.
Yes. Okay, but let's look at those that are selling they call it the second grade, or perhaps the Tokumbo kind of products, including phones too. Can you bring intervention in that regard?
Yes, on that issue, it's still the consumers still do have right. Definitely, if you are buying a used phone and you may not have the 2 years or the 3 years warranty, but at least you must enjoy the phone and get value for money. So it depends on the circumstance of each case. If it's been brought to us, we've resolved cases like that where somebody bought a used phone and came and the person was like, okay, if this is not good, I'll replace it for you, or maybe just take your money.
Wow, just like that?
Yes.
So you guys are acting like magicians here. You bringing in intervention.
Well, it is not magic. See, it is not magic. It is the law. What we are doing is just enforcing what the law says.
Okay.
It's just as simple as that. See, earlier, we talk about this issue of online marketing. And we've always been advising, and we believe that even the business owners are now listening to us. If you are doing online marketing, you should be selling genuine products.
Okay.
And if you are not selling genuine products, or you don't even have an address, or maybe a physical address,
All right.
we are telling consumers in Lagos State that avoid paying before delivery. It's better for you to lose your money on dispatch, maybe 5,000, 10,000, than losing 100,000, 200,000.
All right.
But we now discover that most online businesses are now saying that, payment on delivery. Okay. If you are doing a genuine business, you should be very confident of what you're selling. And definitely, a consumer that ordered something online, when it is being brought to you, and what you saw online is actually what is being delivered to you,
right,
definitely you go on to pay. Okay. So if it's not what you ordered,
you can refuse
to pay. So what you'll be losing is your money spent on dispatch, for delivery. So if on online marketing alone, the agency have recovered 21,517,000 for consumers in Lagos State. It goes to show that Lagos is working.
Wonderful. This is LASCOPA, and of course, he's the general manager of that agency, the Lagos State Consumer Protection Agency. And he's telling you this morning that even as we celebrate December, Detty December as we call it, they are there at your back, watching you to ensure that if anybody abuses your rights, they'll be there to champion the cause of recovery. That's what Afolabi Solebo is letting us know this wonderful morning. Very, very shortly, I'll hear from you too. You can join the conversation. But getting back to the roads, we did tell you Masha, Gude, and those corridors still looking good. Ikeja here too, things are not bad at all. And those of you coming in on the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway heading towards the Third Mainland Bridge is still looking good, connecting Alakpere, Ogudu, car wash down to Yanawuru, and of course ascending the Third Mainland Bridge, still looking good as well. Watch out for some influx in terms of high vehicular movement on the bridge heading towards Adekunle and Adeniji, but no major worries within that corridor. Ikorodu Road as well, also receiving with high vehicular density at this time, but no major worries. Of course, we heard from the Eko Bridge and inwards Akpong, but slow and steady, that's the name of the game, but no major worries. On the Lagos-Abeokuta Expressway corridor, very, very slow as well from Cement heading towards Ilezik, Ikeja along PWD down to National, slow and steady. That's the name of the game as well. But beyond that point, inwards Airport U-turn heading towards Oshodi, things begin to get better as well. Okay then, so we can allow you to also join the conversation this morning. Let us know if you've had any infringements that relates to your rights as a consumer, or perhaps you want to make any inquiries from the general manager of LASCOPA. Feel free to join us, and that's on 080-99-120-777. Okay, that's 080-99-120-777 and 091-5387-7127. Mr. Afolabi Solebo is here, and he'll be able to respond to you as well. All right, so even as we mark this season, let's talk about the areas, when people go to malls, when you go to shopping, because there's lots of shopping during this season, Mr. Solebo.
Yes.
What should people watch out for?
Yes, you watch out for quality, you watch out for standard goods, you also watch out for product information.
Okay. You should look out for the product information.
Yes.
You get to some malls, you're picking...
Hello.
Okay, let's take this call. Hello there, good morning.
Good morning.
All right.
Is that Traffic Radio?
Yes, this is Traffic Radio. What's your name?
My name is...
Your name is? We didn't get that. Oh, your line is breaking. Hello? Okay, so if you can, please make that call again so that we can hear you very well. We would appreciate it. I know you want to express yourself as relates to that. All right, so we need to watch out for the information on the product, right?
Yes.
You get to some malls and you are looking at the product, you pick it up, there is no price on it.
That is illegal.
Okay, let's take this call. Hello there. Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, this is Adiola.
Hey, Adiola, it's been quite a while. How are you doing?
Yeah, fine. Thank you very much.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to talk about the pricing at what you just mentioning. On the shelf.
Okay.
Most of the time you see a different price on the shelf, and then when you are paying another price at the tilt.
Okay.
Yeah, Mr. Adiola.
So like you want to get something at the shelf, you see 40 naira. Then you get to the tilt, you want to pay, you are seeing 45 naira in your receipt.
Okay. So you're asking what should one do, right?
Yes. Can we also report that?
Mr. Adiola, that is exploitation. All you need to do, that is illegal and it's against the law. Prices of goods must be displayed. Not only must it be displayed, when you get to the till to pay, it must be the same thing that is on the shelf that should be in their machine when they are paying. And if that is not done, do not suffer in silence, because that can even lead to the sale of that particular supermarket or stores. So all you need to do is to complain at the Lagos State Consumer Protection Agency, LASCOPA.
All right. Thank you very much, sir.
All right.
Victor, please, in addition, please, I think Loma needs to do something about the state of things in Lagos now.
Okay, Loma.
Yeah, from my 12 to Ikorodu to Surulere under the bridge, man, the refuse there, something else. It's not good for our dirty Lagos.
Okay, that's all right. That's very true.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Deola. It's not good for dirty December. That's what he meant to say. All right. Lagos is not dirty at all, and that's why. Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay then, so Loma, that's a clarion call. We'll try and see how we send out a message to our friend. That's Dr. Muiwa Gbadigeshin. All right, 08099120777. Afolabi Solebo is saying, do not suffer in silence. If you get to any mall or perhaps any shopping center and you find that the prices are different, please voice out. Hello there.
Good morning, Mr. Victor.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, this is Dr. Busari.
Hey, Dr.
Good morning, Mr. Solebo, my friend. Compliments of the season.
Wish you same, sir, Mr.
Yeah,
Busari.
congratulations to you, Mr. Victor, on your award.
Thank you very much.
Deserve the award.
Thank you.
Yes, thanks, Mr. Solebo. You said we look at the composition or the information. But there are instances where you see that they've kind of repackaged. There was a time I bought Motina. I drank the Motina. The taste look kind of it has expired. But when I look at the labeling, I mean, it didn't indicate that. How do we,
address that?
How do we go about that?
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Dr. Busari.
Yeah, thank you very much, Dr. Busari. I think it still boils down to the fact that consumers must not see something and not say something. If you see something like that, is part of, if you keep quiet over it, that is, you encourage those unscrupulous elements to continue to perpetrate their evil. If a product is expired, it should not be on the shelf, neither should it be in the refrigerator for consumers to just pick and go. So it's part of the responsibility of you as a consumer too, to ensure that you are responsible and be careful. That is when you check the product information before buying. And if peradventure you buy and probably you have seen a different taste, or there's particles or maybe sediments in that particular product, do not just keep quiet. Bring it to their attention. If they are not attending to you, bring it to LASCOPA.
Okay. All right then. This one says, good morning, sir. During Detty December, prices just go crazy. Meanwhile, in saner climes, this is when people get the biggest discounts and sales. Is it actually legal for businesses just to double or triple prices overnight? Mr. Sheung Ibrahim is sending that one in. Thank you so much, Sheung Ibrahim.
Yes, Mr. Sheung Ibrahim, unfortunately, it is not something that the agency can address, as it is not within our purview.
Okay.
They say it's competition. And you have a right to make personal decision where you want to buy your product.
All right. Okay, then. This one says, good morning, Mr. Solebo. During Detty December, transporters just increase fares anyhow. Does LASCOPA protect consumers in situations like this? Yakubu sending that one in. Thank you, Yakubu.
Yakubu, it is still part of the issue of pricing. It is not within the purview of the agency.
Okay. So there's nothing you can do about that?
Nothing.
Okay. This one says, sir, during this period, a lot of fake alcohol is usually in circulation. I almost lost my life last December because of this. What is being done to protect Lagosians? Frank is sending this one in from Ikotu. Frank, thank you.
Yes, Mr. Frank, that is what the agency is more particularly concerned about this period. And we keep saying that consumers should not keep quiet. That is, do not keep quiet. As a responsible consumer, you have to voice out, because your view, your personal decisions goes a long way. Do not suffer in silence. Just bring it to the attention of the agency, and we will definitely sweep into action. We do not joke with issues, because it has to do with with you protecting your environment and protecting your health as well.
All right, then 08099120777. Let's hear from you. What do you make of Detty December in terms of you as a consumer? LASCOPA is saying they're there to protect you and ensure that you get your rights. So, but what are some of the things that you've observed? And are there areas that you like LASCOPA to also intervene? Feel free to bring that in on 08099120777 and 09153877127. Let's talk about stuff. Okay, let's take this call. Hello there.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, I called earlier, but the network was bad.
Right. What's your name, sir?
Mr. Molola, calling from Agege.
Go ahead, Mr. Molola.
Yes, Barrister Solebo, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Molola.
Yes, we held a meeting at your office earlier this year with the Ikeja Disco.
Okay.
Concerning replacement of a meter. I don't know if you can still remember. They want us to replace our old meter, and nothing was actually wrong with those meters. But they said maybe the capturing, they gave reasons. But we came to a conclusion at that meeting that the money will be repaid back to us on an instrumental basis.
Okay.
That it will be a form of borrowing. Now, some of us went ahead, paid for the meter. I want to tell you, up till now, nothing has been done.
Okay.
No form of repayment has been given back to us. Now, after making such payment, at least I can remember maybe 5-6 people went ahead. Others, they brought in the free metering later. Now, for us that we went ahead with that agreement, nothing has been done to refund the money up till now.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Molola.
Yes.
Since you say that you said that you are in Agege,
Yes.
as I speak to you now, the representative of IKDC are in my office, and we'll be having another session between now and evening. So if you can still come around, maybe we can just table this before them, and we look for a way to resolve it.
Okay, is there a way I can join online? Because presently I'm at work.
You can join online, though we stream live, but we don't have that
For today.
Yeah, for today for you to. So if you can, probably.
Okay, so what we'll do, we'll try and see if we can get your number.
Yes.
And then we'll give that to Mr. Solebo. Is that okay? Is that okay, Mr. Molola?
Okay, yes, I'll appreciate that.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
All right, then thank you for connecting with us. All right, that's what LASCOPA is doing, just to try and resolve issues that relate to your rights. And of course, you did say that yes, you've had a meeting with them. 08099120777, 09153877127. I was just about talking. Okay, all right, let's take this call as well. Hello there.
Yeah, hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, my barrister in the studio.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, sorry.
What's your name? What's your name? What's your name?
Oh, sorry. My name is Oluwaseun from Agege.
All right, go ahead.
So there was a case which I reported to LASCOPA since January of this year. There is a man who cheated my wife because my wife's due to send something outside of the country. But person collected the money from my wife, but all the goods, not all the goods, were getting to the destination.
Okay.
which I reported the case to LASCOPA since January this year. Although they called me that when they sent the letter to the person rejected the letter, that the letter was not addressed in his name, which they called me. Then, and I went back there to recorrect the letter, to address it in that man's, the man's name. But ever since then, I've not heard anything from LASCOPA.
Okay.
Yes. Mr. Shew, I think you can come back and seek to see me tomorrow, 10 o'clock. Tomorrow
by 10 o'clock.
Yes. So just ask for Mr. Solebo, the general manager.
Solebo.
Just has to see the GM, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Although I might be at work, can I send my wife to come because she's the one that sent the item.
Okay, you can, since she's the actual complainant.
All right.
By 10 o'clock at Okay, I'll send her. Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay, all right then. Thank you. So gradually winding to the end, and these are issues that you bring lots of interventions. So, but for those who might not know where your office is.
Yes. Thank you very much, Mr. Oteri. Our head office is located at number 2B, Soji Adepegba Close, off Allen Avenue, Ikeja there. What we have other offices, we have an office in Ikorodu local government, we have in Badagry local government, we have in Bariga LCDA, Ikoyi Obalede LCDA. And to the glory of God, and a big thank you to Mr. Governor of Lagos State, the agency will be expanding to Ojo local government, Ekpe local government, and Isolo local government.
Wow.
Between now and January 2026.
That is beautiful.
This is bringing the agency closer to Lagosians so that people from afar will benefit from the agency, and they know where to lodge their complaints once they go into any of this local government secretariat.
Which is very, very good. So for those who want to connect with you after this time out, what are the numbers that they can use to call?
Yes, for those that want to connect with us, you can, our hotlines are 081 2499 3895, 081 2499 3895, or 091 53 89 4878, 091 53 894878. You can also reach us on any of our social media handles at LASCOPA on Instagram, LASCOPA on X, and LASCOPA on Facebook. And if you can still write us on any of our email addresses. That's lascopa@lagostate.gov.ng, lascopa@lagostate.gov.ng, or lascopa@gmail.com.
All right, then. We'll leave it at that for now. Mr. Solebo, always a thing of joy to have you in the building. Anytime we call on you, you're always very prompt to respond. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, then. So that's the way it is. For you as a consumer, please ensure that you fight for your rights. But in any case, LASCOPA is always there to help you champion that as well. We have to go. The program has been produced by Mike James. Maximum shout out going out to the interns in the studios. Grace, right?
Yes, sir.
And Grace, what's your surname?
Odibajo.
Okay, Grace Odibajo and Kunle Peters. Maximum shout out going out to you. To our social media team, Okpayemi Shodunke and Daniel Danusi, we say very, very big shout out going out to you. Our executive producer is Tayo Ankole. My name is Victor Oteri. Have a splendid day. Bye.
Jay Slicky Ujo. If go say not just me, I'll be living like I don't care. Live my life until nobody there.